So what is happening, guys? So today we're going to be going ahead and doing a full-on playthrough and walkthrough of Elden Ring. So I'm going to be showing you a lot of different types of things. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the best class that I think is available. And I'm going to go over the reason why as we pick the character. So we're going to start off with a samurai build. The reason being is that bleed is so effective in this game. It's incredibly effective. But as we go forward, we're more than likely going to be moving into some sort of Dragon Knight build because the dragon magic in this game is so OP. It's amazing, to be honest with you. So we'll go ahead and start off by grabbing that guy. And we're going to go ahead and start off with, we're going to start off with a golden seed. Now, what you can also do is you can also start off with a stone sword key. Because right at the beginning, if you had played Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3, you can actually get the Ring of Favor really early in the game. It doesn't do nearly as much as the Ring of Favor did, but for the early game, it can be pretty useful. Because the first stone sword key option that you have available to you is going to be the Ring of Favor. And we'll see. I'll show you that entrance. But we're gonna start off with a golden seed. A name. We'll just do this here. All right, so we'll go ahead and start off with that. And by now, you've more than likely seen the opening cutscenes. By now. I'm assuming that if you found this video that you're probably gonna be looking at some or trying to find somewhere specific. And hopefully I'll be able to show that to you. Okay, and we'll just run through here. Easy skip. If you don't feel like going and fighting that guy, you can always just hop off right over here. I do want to try to beat him because I haven't, even in my game. And if you do beat him, he does drop a great shield as well as the swords that he uses. More than likely, I'm not going to beat him, but hey, we'll never know. So come on, big guy. Oh, I died. Okay. I was still up, though. I'm surprised. Because a lot of times in this game, I've caught myself with, like, a minuscule amount of health. A minuscule amount of health. And, like, I'll only have, like, maybe a pixel of health left, and I'll still somehow live. Hmm.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. one of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
See, and I've been waiting to... Like, I haven't gotten through my first playthrough yet. I'm pretty sure that I'm about 85 to 95% of the way through, somewhere in there. But I still haven't figured everything out. I still haven't figured out what exactly that means. Now, I've seen a lot of people online not realize that the tutorial area is right here. And then also make sure that when you come here, you're going to be able to add 1 charge to your flask so you have the most. And also we're going to go ahead and we're just going to move that over because you're not really going to need that for right now. And then just make sure you come down here, take it right off. Oh, feels so good. There really isn't too much in this area to grab. I have to go over there. Grab these up. Now, another thing to remember is that even though he has his shield up, he will still be, will still build up bleed on him even if he's blocking. So it's very important that you go ahead and you continue hitting even if they have their shield up. Some enemies will use guard counters against you, which is a new thing that they added in this game. But most of them won't, especially guys like that. They won't use guard counters. Go around here. Kill that guy real quick. And then it's time for your first boss. Well, it's not really a boss, but... And we're just gonna go right up here. This is where it wants to teach you to guard counter. And guard counters are very, very effective in this game. Like, extremely effective. Some bosses want you to guard counter them. We'll get to that way later in the playthrough. But just know that guard counters are very effective. And then just as a reminder of what I was talking about earlier, is that this right here is where you can get the Ring of Favor. In really early in the game. And get the Tarnished Finger furled and the Finger Severer. Essentially what that does is it allows you to co-op and leave the area. Okay. And now the world world is yours. Completely up to you as to where you want to go. In the beginning, you should probably just stick with the main path for now. Now, this guy, in my playthrough that I started on Twitch, I killed this guy first thing. However, you don't technically want to do that, except it doesn't matter if you do. Because this is going to be the invasion guy, so he'll give you the things that allow you to basically invade other people's world later in the game.
No shame. Unfortunate, without guidance, you are fated. Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, Tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a that is the guidance of grace, a path that a Tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace, it will lead you to, even if it... Grace's guidance to Castle Storm, the home of the decrepit. It's time you set to castles if you seek the...
So basically, this guy's just telling us, go to the castle and you'll be able to progress. What we're going to do, though, is we're not going to go to the castle right away. We have a couple of things we have to do. Make sure you pick up this item. And this allows you to basically put your sign in these statues that are all over this area. So when you go ahead and you find the statues in this area, if you want to help people co-op bosses, you just put your sign down and you'll be able to help them. Now, everybody thinks that you have to fight this boss first thing. What the game is teaching you at this point in the game is to run away. You don't want to fight that guy. He will kill you. Without a doubt. He will kill you easily right now. What you want is to make it a little bit more even, is you do want to go and get your horse. You want to go ahead and level up your character some. You want to go ahead and do a whole bunch of other things besides going and killing that boss. Like right here, for example. We're gonna need to grab another couple of shards first before we upgrade the katana.
And I can also that you're not often, and why not? I am Kale.
So this guy is going to sell some very important items for our early game. He's gonna sell us the crafting kit, which is a necessity, and he's gonna sell us a torch. Both of those we need.
I am of selling wares as the land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only Tarnished like yourself who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
You can also buy things from him. Another important thing that we're going to be buying from him is these cookbooks, so that way you learn about how to craft more things in general. There'll be guys just like him, just like Santa Claus here, will be all over the world, and we'll be able to show you exactly where they are. Hopefully we'll be able to find all of them for you. And we'll go ahead and grab this brace. And now we'll be able to fast travel between areas. So here, and here, and here. But what we're going to go ahead and do first is we're going to go ahead and find that. So anytime on your map you see a little red thing that looks oddly specific and there's nothing else around it, that's where you're going to find the map fragments. Map fragments will show you the world that's around you. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and go this way. And we're going to take out as many of these guys as we can on our way there. So that way, when we get over there, we don't have to kill nearly as many. Crouching is kind of broken in this game. So you can sneak up and you can walk up to them and they can barely hear you. If they see you, you can quickly go ahead and hide in a bush, or you can literally just kite them around until they don't notice you. And here we are. And there's some Erdtree flowers. These Erdtree flowers are important, so that way when you go into your item crafting, if you're trying to co-op, you're going to need to find enough Erdtree flowers to make one of these, so that way you can co-op. Now, first things first, you're gonna want to go ahead and just sneak on by. Now, another thing to notice is you see that guy that's walking right there. He has a horn, so if he becomes alerted to our presence, he's gonna blow that horn, and he's gonna send all the people in this encampment right on over to us. So the best thing we can do is just take him out, grab this map fragment, and then we're going to go ahead and run over here. We're going to go ahead and kill this guy. Jump up here and grab what's in this chest. We get the greatsword. And that's probably it for right now. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and rest. This is where we're going to get our horse, our horsey friend.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
I like how when she says I, she only has one eye.
Finger maidens. They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erdtree.
We're going to go ahead and accept
Then
that.
it's settled. Summon me by grace.
So if you've played Dark Souls 3 or any of the other Dark Souls, this is basically your Firekeeper. So that way that will help you
I
level up.
bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect. Shall I let my hand rest? Share them with me. your thoughts.
So we can't level up just yet. But we are going to go ahead and pass time until morning. You always want to make sure that in the early game that it's during the day when you decide to travel. So that way when you do decide to travel, there aren't as hard of enemies. Because during the nighttime, there are harder enemies that come out and go bump the night. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and equip the ring for our horse. Horn. Now, when you hold triangle, you're going to get a new prompt on the left-hand side. So you're going to want to go ahead and level him, or put it on that side. And there you go. So now you'll always have permanent access, and you don't have to flip through all your different items that you have on your person. First things first, we're also going to go ahead and take this chest out as well. That guy's going to come over here. That guy out and open up this chest. And then we'll get the flail. Okay, and it's time to run away from there. Grab this site of grace. Now, like I said, the game is pretty much yours to do whatever you would like with it. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab a couple of different items. So that way it'll make our lives a little bit easier going forward. So we're actually going to travel down this road here. And then we're going to be led over to this area. On your horse, you can press R1 to attack on the right side, and L1 to attack on your left side. Hold R2 to do a charge attack on your left-hand side. Well, that's gone away. But we'll have another chance. They're dead. Put some graves. There we go, that guy's dead. And we'll continue on our way. And we'll grab it. Traveling just right down to here. All you have to do is just follow this road all the way down, and you'll get some very important items. Now, there is an option, so that way if you would like, you don't have to engage these 10 enemies in that area, you can go ahead and you can hop up here, hop up here. We'll go ahead and talk to that guy. We'll talk to that guy. First and foremost, I just want to make sure that we get the most important item that we're going to do. Do watch out for the giant, because he can hurt. I don't think he'll one-shot you right at the beginning, but that's definitely an option that he is. Alright. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and grab this grace right here. Run over here. Grab this, the sacred tear. And then run over here is where you'll find your flask of wondrous physique. So basically what the flask of wondrous physique is that if you go ahead and you rest at a bonfire, you'll be able to go ahead and mix the wondrous physique, and this will restore half of your total HP. No matter what your HP is, it will restore half of it. So it's basically like having another Estus. And then also as you go ahead and play more throughout the game, you'll be able to find different areas and different things that you can put inside the flask. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and level up. We're going to put the singular one into... we'll just pop that in the figure, it's fine. But also, what that sacred tear will do is it will increase the amount that your flask heals. Because right now, it really doesn't do very much. But leveling it up even a little bit helps it a ton. And right now, we'll go ahead and kill this giant. You can either do this on your horse, or you can do it on the ground. I recommend in the early game doing it on your horse, because then you'll have enough time to run. And a lot of the damage gets taken by your horse instead. Okay. And that's 1,000 souls. Or runes, I should say. I don't know. I've played too much Dark Souls for me to call it anything other than souls. So, just when I say souls, it's going to mean runes, which is currency. We're going to go ahead and take out these guys now. Just try to take them out as best as you can, one at a time. They're not very hard. You'll be able to kill them in about 2 swings. You won't get very good loot off these guys. The most that you're going to be able to do is just... once again, just keep backing up. Don't panic. Just try to take on one at a time. And we'll kill that guy here. Okay, so that guy's done. We'll go ahead and grab this. Grab the string. Magic grease. We'll go ahead and explain what grease does in the next episode. We'll go ahead and talk to this guy real quick. Go ahead and run right up here. And this guy will give you a quest.
You've come to lend me your aid, have you?
Well, that's very kind, but no. No, the help is very much appreciated, even from a Tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool! And plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood. What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye? My fort lies to... Oh, I see. Fret not. The celebrations will be
So he's basically telling us to go down here. We don't have the map or the area for it yet, but he's basically telling us to go down here and and kill somebody for him. Now there are two different sides to this quest. We're going to be doing this side of it. However, if you travel south, you're going to run into a girl. Basically, the guy that he's telling you to kill is her father, and she will try to have you save him. But fuck that, we're going to kill him. And then from right here, we're actually going to go ahead and end this episode. So that way we can go ahead and continue it in the next one. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.